how we look at direct response is based, or how we look at marketing is based typically into three different buckets. And this is pretty common. You're going to hear a lot of people who talk about marketing talk about these three things. This isn't something we created. It's just something that happens in the market. So you have direct response, which is when someone is actively looking for your product. They go to Google, they type in a Gibson Les Paul, they go to buy the Gibson Les Paul, they make a purchase. They're not considering what kind of guitars they're going to buy. As a musician, I'm a big guitar guy. They're not considering that. They're not like trying to consider what they're going to buy. They know what they want to buy. They're going to go and make an action. The consideration phase is when someone says, I'm thinking about buying a new guitar. I want one. I don't really know what type I want though. They're already in the mindset where they are considering that purchase. They just need to figure out what is going to win their money. And that's where they're doing a lot of research. That's where they're on YouTube. That's where they're doing a lot of reading. That's where they're trying to understand what other people are using, trying to find that the camaraderie in the community. Like, hey, what are you using for this product? Or what are you trying to, how have you enjoyed this product, right? That is a consideration cycle. The third part is awareness. And this is where every Bud Light commercial is projected. You're doing a TV ad on the Super Bowl, it's an awareness campaign. You're doing a billboard, it's an awareness campaign. You're doing a TV ad, typically it's an awareness campaign. You are trying to get someone who has no idea that your product exists to start to recognize that you are trying to solve a problem that they may or may not have. And with that comes a lot of money and a large amount of reach that you may or may not get in front of the right audience. So as a performance agency, what we typically look at is what we call kind of the reverse funnel. Instead of talking to a TV agency and getting a giant media buy where you're going to get a shotgun approach in front of as many people as you can, we start out with a more direct response focused approach to begin with. So what that means essentially is we're looking at people who are actively looking for, maybe not you, now that might be part of it, maybe they're looking for your brand, but people who are looking for your product line. So we have some really great clients in the skincare industry. So I'll use skincare as my product line here as my example. But let's say that you're looking for an anti-aging cream. You may realize that you are looking for that product and you've maybe heard of a couple brands that you're going to look for. And if you're looking for that brand, you're going to do a Google search trying to look for reviews. You're going to try to look for the best price. You're going to try to see if Amazon has it. You're going to try to see what products are being offered by what companies. You are actively searching to buy that product. So to begin with, we want to make sure that you're in front of the people who are actively searching for you as a solution. So you can raise your hand and say, listen, I'm here to provide the solution for you. So what this looks like is, one, a brand campaign. Super important. You can't control SEO, but you can control what people see when they look at your brand. So if someone types in your brand name on Google, what is it you want them to see? What discounts, promotions, the holidays are coming up. How are you going to maximize the holidays? How are you going to let people know that your Black Friday shipping is going to be ending soon? Whatever that looks like, you may make sure that you're using a brand campaign to ideate those details. Non-brand is something where you're looking for people who are looking at your product line, but they may not be looking for you quite yet. So it is adjacent to your product line. They're looking for anti-aging cream. They're not looking for your brand of anti-aging cream. We want to get in front of those people because they're very, very close to pulling the trigger and making a purchase. The next thing is competitor conquesting. Competitor conquesting is an exceptional opportunity to get in front of the brands who you are going up against in direct head-to-head competition. And if you know that those brands are competing on certain keywords, well, we need to make sure that you're there because that opportunity is easy and ripe for getting them to consider you versus the competitor that they're researching. The next thing is an account list. If you have certain brands or certain companies, say if you're a B2B client that you're looking to engage with, we can actually go after a list of those accounts through a process called account-based marketing, where we're saying, all right, we have this list in our HubSpot CRM of 95 clients or 2,000 clients that we have been trying to nurture, right? Get that into your Facebook, get that list into Google, and we can start really hitting those clients with ads, making sure they see your brand. So when they're ready to buy, you're top of mind. And also organic search supplemental campaigns. If you're running an organic search campaign, or if we're helping you run an organic search campaign, we're going to be advertising on keywords that are supplemental to your SEO campaign. So that SEO may take 6 months to get on the first page. Our campaigns will get you on the first page within 20 minutes. So we can guarantee that you're going to get up there quicker than you would with SEO. But you might have a situation where as time goes by, you don't have to depend on paid media as much because your SEO is starting to get better. And then as we start establishing your direct response campaigns, we can move into consideration. Consideration is where we start doing site retargeting, which is where we're re-engaging with someone who's been to your website after they left your website through an ad to basically say, hey, don't forget about us. This is really great for e-commerce because if you're doing cart abandonment, you can actually get in front of people who maybe put a product in their shopping cart, left to go do some price shopping, and say, hey, don't forget, you have a product in our shopping cart. The next thing is going to be search retargeting. So we can actually get in front of people who are doing active searches for your competitors, for your product, for your competitor's product, and we can then remarket to those people who are searching for those brands on YouTube or other platforms to maximize visibility. So we can say, hey, we know you've been looking for these products. We're going to show you our ad on YouTube so that you don't lose track that we are a good option for you, right? And the last is going to be a Facebook audience campaign. Again, using Facebook as a tool to branch out and get a bigger audience. These three tactics are part of what's usually considered a consideration campaign, where we're trying to take someone from, knowing I need your product to actually considering you as a solution. Bill, anything to add to that?
Nope, I think you nailed it. The way that I just easily verbalize it is this is the phase where we're getting the absolute low-hanging fruit. It's the easy ones to get. Make sure you're capturing that market before you start to build anything upstream at all. And that this is the phase that you accomplish that.